Good evening and welcome to today's class. My name is Liam. I'm from Canada, and this evening we're going to discuss which skills we can acquire to master giving presentations. I will hear from each of you in a second, and I'd like to hear an introduction and also 3 things that come to your mind, meaning 3 things you begin to think about when you hear the word presentation. So, first of all, let's hear from David. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher. My name is David. I'm living in Hanoi. I'm 40 years old and I am a sales manager for my company. It's nice to meet you and everybody.
Nice to meet you as well, David.
Yes.
Just make sure when you're saying, want to say, I'm living in Hanoi.
Oh. I must say I'm living, not live.
Yeah, exactly. Say, I'm living. That's perfect. Tell me 3 things that come to your mind when you think about presentations, David.
3 things in my field is preparation, body language, and calm down.
Yeah, great points. Certainly to calm down, to have good body language, really, really good points of advice for anyone giving a presentation. Nice to meet you, David. Let's hear from Sang.
Yes, I'm Sang. I'm 27 years old, and now I'm living and working in Ubi City.
Tell me, what are some things that you think about presentations?
Yes, three things come to my mind when I think about the presentation. I think large meeting room, large
Meeting room?
meeting room. Yes, and I think about speaker, presenter. Yeah, and I think about the audience.
Absolutely true. Now, just make sure when you're saying, I think about, you said, I think about speaker, presenter, audience. That's perfect, but because those are nouns, we need to make sure we're saying, I think about the speaker or a speaker, a presenter, the audience. So always qualify a noun with an article. Unless you said this, I think about speakers, presenters, that would be fine.
Yes.
So if you're talking plural, then it's okay, but just a small point. Nice to meet you. Let's hear from...
I am 37 years old, and now I live in university. About presentation, I see audience, prepare outline, and well organized.
Yeah, to be well organized. There's a lot of interference on your signal. I think you should maybe refresh, or I don't know what's going on with your microphone. But to be well organized is a great point. Juan, hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you. My name is Juan. Yes. I'm living in Beijing. I'm 31 years old.
Nice to meet you. Tell me 3 things when you think about the word presentation.
Yes. When I think about the presentation, I think of the audience and speaker, and I think how to make
how to make impressive slides.
Right. How to make professional advice. Correct?
No. How to make impressive slide.
How to impress your clients?
Impressive slide.
Impressive. Impressive slides. So make sure we're saying impressive. Just close that word with the V sound. Impressive. And that will be clear. Thank you. I agree. Let's hear from Dian.
Yes. My name is Yim. I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City. I am 23 years old. I'm nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Tell me about presentations, Dian.
When I think about the presentation, I think of the audience and of the speaker voice and speaker act.
Good. The speaker's voice. So the voice belonging to the speaker. Can you say that for me? The speaker's voice?
The speaker's voice.
Good. And what was the other thing?
The speaker act. Action.
Speaker's act.
Yes.
Very well. Thank you. I just watched that we're going to not pluralize, but show ownership with the apostrophe S. Thank you, everyone. Great to meet you. Let's move along where I will briefly describe today's objectives. First of all, we know the topic, which is the basic steps to master presentation skills. We're going to look at 6 related words, create simple sentences about this topic, have a conversation about this topic, and avoid some common grammar and pronunciation mistakes, as we've been doing. So, first of all, we're going to watch a brief video, which I hope you think is funny. I want you to consider which mistakes the presenter is making, and also think about whether or not these mistakes are common. Do they actually happen in real life? If you can't watch the video in the regular window, please click on the link in the text box. Here we go.
Basically, I'm here from the Fun Lion Incorporated business. As you can see, well, who's got the phone on?
Okay, so I think we can agree we wouldn't want to see a presentation done by that man. Let's talk about why. Come on. What mistakes is that man making? Hello, Juan?
I'm sorry.
Mistakes? Okay. What mistakes did he make?
Yes, in this video, I can find some mistakes. The man forgot to turn his phone off.
Yeah,
and
he forgot to turn off his phone. What else?
turn off his phone. Yeah, and he makes the slide now.
Yeah, he now we want to say the past. So he, instead of he made slide upside down. She said, yeah, exactly. But let's not say make. Let's say he made.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
But no, which is kind of funny.
And I think he should avoid from lighting up protector, the light of protector.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's hear from two. What did you see in the video? Hello, two. Two can't hear you. Let's hear from Sang.
Yes, I'm here. The mistake I can see from him. The first, the side up, down, and
Good. Can you say for me? He made the slides upside down.
he made the slide upside down. And the second,
What else?
he forgot to turn off his phone.
Yes. Yeah.
He forgot to turn off his phone. And the third, he unprepared.
Yeah, I would agree.
He presenting before you. He presenting. He used
Thank you, Stein. I need to move along, but as you said, he wasn't prepared for this presentation, clearly. Let's hear from Diane.
Yes, the video about the man making mistake present. He messed the slide upside down, and he didn't turn off his phone, and you see, and I see he has not confident.
Yeah, and I would say he has no confidence.
He has no confidence.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to address. You said he was making mistakes present. I heard you say making mistake present. I want you to instead say he was making mistakes present.
Mistakes present.
Yeah, and I would say presenting.
Presenting. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Let's hear from two. Are you there? Two, maybe you should refresh, and that could fix the problem you're having. You're working on it. Let's hear from David.
The man in the video, he was not well prepared, so he made some mistake presenting. Like the slide is upside down. He forgot to turn the phone on silent mode, and the last thing the micro got a mistake. So I think his present.
Just the last thing you said. What did you say?
The last thing the micro got echo sound. Micro.
I don't quite understand.
I think the mic. You know the micro to speaking.
The microphone.
Microphones, yes. Microphones.
Yeah, and I say my microphone.
Microphone.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, that will make that very, very clear to me. As you said, he didn't turn the microphone up while speaking?
I mean, the microphones listed because the sound from microphones got echo sound.
Right, I understand. Wasn't a good sound. And don't say, just say the microphone. Just one microphone. Thank you, David. Great points. Let's finally hear from Hannah.
I think the mistake of the presenter because he made the slide upside down. And the second, he doesn't turn off his phone. He will come down and with the voice listen clearly. That's all.
Thank you. Sure, yeah, just slide this upside down. And speaking, maybe that's true. One more thing I would say is he didn't make good eye contact with his audience. He was always looking away. And that is not an effective way to give a presentation. So, thank you, everyone. Let's move on to our vocabulary for today's lesson, where you will see our 6 words on the right, column B. In a moment, I will ask a student to read a definition from the left and to match that word. So, let's hear from, yeah. Can you read letter A for me, please?
To show or offer something for other people to look at or consider.
Which word does it match with?
I think match is with number 3, present. Present.
Present. Yes, exactly. Now, just make sure you're saying, I think it matches with.
I think it matches with.
Thank you. Let's have another student make a sentence with that word. David, can you create a sentence with the word present?
I have to prepare a present for the meeting tomorrow.
Good. So I have to.
Yes, prepare
to present at the meeting tomorrow. Sounds great. Thank you, David. Sang, can you please read letter B for me?
The act or process of waiting really for something or making something really.
And that is ready.
Really.
Thank you. What word does it match with?
Sentence B not with is number 5.
Preparation.
Preparation. Yes.
Good. Thank you, Sang. Let's hear Juan. Can you create a sentence with the word preparation?
See something. Yes, I make a sentence.
Yes, please. So can you make a sentence with the word preparation?
To become make somebody become health. And I think this sentence.
I'm sorry. You don't understand what I'm asking you. Can you make a sentence with the word preparation?
Preparation. Yeah.
For example, my preparation was very good for this project.
Yes, preparation, I think, orange or plant in a wood way.
Can you repeat that?
Orange or plant in wood way.
I'm not sure you understand my question.
So sorry. Do you want to read the definition sentence at?
Oh, I wanted you to make a word with preparation, make a sentence with preparation. Please. So, for example, our preparation is very good.
Preparation.
Okay, I'm just going to give you a second. Deanne, can you read letter C for me?
Yes. To become make somebody to come to become or make somebody become him.
Which is to
I think it match it with the number 6 come down.
good, thank you. And can you make a sentence with calm down?
Yes. She can come down when her son had an accident.
But she can't calm down when
She
she
can
hurts.
come down when she hear person. When she hears her son has accident.
Good, when she hurts her head in an accident.
Yes. She can calm down when she hurt. Now.
What did you mean to say?
Now she hear.
Can you write that out for me, please? Hello, Deanne?
Yes.
Can you please
I
write
am
out?
typing. I am typing.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. For the moment, I'm just going to say, Sang, can you read letter D for me, please?
The feeling that you can just believe in and be sure about the abilities or good qualities of somebody, something.
Good is to have.
And they must with the number 2, the confidence.
Very good, thank you. Can you create a sentence with the word confidence, please?
Yes, the confidence is necessary for all people.
Confidence is necessary for all people. Great. Deanne, I'll come back to you. I apologize, I couldn't quite make that out. When she heard her son has an accident. So instead of saying has an accident, I would say had accident or was in an accident.
Yes.
The accident is something you had. That's why I didn't quite understand. Yeah. So had an accident or was in an accident.
Oh, yes.
You understand? Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you for clearing that up with me.
Thank
That's
you.
great. It's a great
Thank
sentence.
you.
Okay. Thank you. Let's hear from David. Can you please read letter E for me?
I have to read the sentence.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
The group of people who have gathered watch or listen to something, a play, a concert, somebody speaking in TV. Example, it matches the word audience.
Absolutely. Thank you. And just watch your pronunciation of gathered.
Yes, gathered.
Good, it's very good. Can you make a sentence, please, David?
Okay. The last presenting, I have a lot of audience in my presenting.
Okay, good. So let's change that a bit. Instead of the last presenting, we could say the last presentation I had. There were many people, or lots of people in the audience.
Oh, thanks very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Well done, everyone. We're almost through here. So let's hear from Juan. Can you read letter F for me, please?
Yes. Alright. Flat in good light.
Great. Which matches with which word?
Yes. I think this should match with liberation.
Absolutely true. Oh, sorry, no. Arranged or planned in a good way matches with well organized. When something is well organized, it is arranged or planned in a good way. For example, we could say all of the employees were well organized in order to get the task done. Can you make a sentence with well organized, please?
For example, the company will organize for the interview on tomorrow.
Yeah, the company is well organized
Or the
for the
interview
interview.
tomorrow.
Yeah, and we don't need to say on tomorrow, just say tomorrow. So for the interviews tomorrow. Thank you, Juan. Well done, everyone. Let's move forward to today's structures. First of which is using the modal verb must. And we use this verb to express a need to do something. For example, I must make an outline before presenting. We have some suggestions at the bottom you can use, or create a sentence thinking about something you must do. For example, I must do the dishes before I go to sleep. Let's hear from David.
We must keep eye contact when you make a presenting. When you make a presentation.
Yes, perfect. We must keep eye contact when we make a presentation. Perfect, David. Thank you. Let's hear from Juan.
Yes. You must keep you must handle when you speak to everybody.
You must handle.
You must handle.
I just didn't. Can you repeat that, please?
You must handle. Handle.
You must calm down.
Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah, so we have calm, which is an ah sound. Calm down.
Calm down.
When you speak to everyone. Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, Juan. Great sentence. Let's hear from Deanne.
You must prepare carefully for the slide before presenting.
Good. You must prepare carefully.
Prepare carefully for
And we
the
don't need to say,
slide.
yeah, we don't need to say for slides. We just would simply say we must prepare carefully slides before presenting. So no
Yes.
need for for. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Diane. And finally, let's hear from Sang.
Yes. I must be confident before I presenting.
Good. I must be confident before I. Now, if you want to say presenting with ing, you need to say before I am presenting.
Yes.
Or you might have just simply said before I present. But if we use an ing verb, we need to have the verb to be before it. Be ing. Okay? And I have to quickly refresh so I can make comments on all the students. So please hold on one moment, everyone. Everyone, I am back. I just wanted to make sure I could send criticisms to everyone, which I can do further. Anyway, let's move along. The next slide, where we will find our conversation, today's lesson. In today's conversation, we are going to have one person who is very nervous to speak in public. And we will have their friend who is going to give some advice on what to do in a presentation, how to be the most effective in that presentation. So if you are giving the advice, I want you to consider the suggestions you must practice a lot, or you must eye contact. So keep in mind the structure we just were working with to give good advice. I would like to begin hearing from DM and David. David, you are very nervous about your presentation, and DM is going to give you some advice. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So ask her or introduce yourself. Say,
Teacher, can
hello,
you
DM.
turn on the microphone of them?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
You're nervous.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Hello, David. Nice to meet you.
Yes, hello Jim, nice to meet you. And tomorrow I am going to have to make a presentation in my company in this meeting. I have prepared some outline what I am saying, but I'm so nervous because I never speaking in front of many people before. So can you give me some advice how to have a good prepare?
Yes, of course. I think I think you must I think you must
Practice
I
it well.
think I think you must practice as much as possible, and you should you should and you should confident on
Because I would say that you should be confident. You can't simply say you should confident. So can you tell him you should be confident?
you should confident and calm down. You can smile when you are presenting. Okay.
Yes.
What's
Thank you.
what,
How about
that?
I have to how about the clothes?
So you might say, what should I wear?
Yes, should I wear?
Yes. What should he wear, DM?
Yes. You should
I
wear.
might say, you should dress professionally. So meaning you should look
vest and cravat.
Thank you, Dan. So David, you should dress professionally. Agree?
Yes, I agree. And the last question. One of my friends told me that at home I should speaking front of a mirror. So
just make sure you're saying I should. Just make sure you're saying I should speak in front of the mirror.
Yeah, I should speak.
Because remember, if we say speaking, we need I need the verb to be before ing verbs. So yeah, I should speak. DM, do you agree that he should speak in front of the mirror?
Yes, good idea.
Good, fair enough. Thank you, DM. Thank you, David. Well said. I think there's some good points, especially David's bringing up the idea that speaking in front of a mirror can be very useful. So thank you. I'm going to hear Sang and Juan.
Yes.
So let's say, Juan, you are going to give Sang some advice. So Sang, you are very nervous.
Hello, Juan. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I'm going to make a presentation tomorrow. I have the outline and know what I'm going to say. I'm too nervous to speak in public, and can you give me some advice?
Thank you, Sang.
I think you should calm down and you should be confident when you speak to everybody in the meeting. And I think
Wait 1 second. I just want to correct some pronunciation. The word calm, not calm, but calm. Calm down.
calm.
Thank you. Carry on.
Continue. Exactly. And I think you should prepare the presentation carefully.
Good. Well said. Sang, what do you think of his advice?
I think it's very useful, and I want to ask you, should I memorize my presentation before I am presenting?
Good. And just watch you're saying memorize.
Memorize.
Good, yeah. Perfect, like that. What do you think about that, Juan?
Sorry, sir, I could not hear you. Can you repeat the question again?
He asked the question, should I memorize my presentation?
Memorize. Oh, memorize.
Yeah,
you should practice many times at home, and I think you will remember it.
Good. Yeah, practice many times at home and you will remember it. Great ideas, everyone. Thank you for great conversations. Let's on to the common mistakes portion of today's lesson. Everyone is using the structure that we worked with very well today, using the modal verb must. So I would like to focus attention exclusively on the confusing word pairs and its accompanying sentence. So I have to highlight the difference in the sounds always with a space versus always straight through. Yeah. Always and always. Very slight difference. Sentence is, he always tries to solve problems in all ways. Let's hear Diane. Can you read the word pairs?
Always, on, always. He always try to solve problem in all way.
Good, and just make sure at the end of way, we're saying ways with that S sound.
Ways.
Perfect.
Ways.
That's great. Thank you, Dan. Let's hear from Juan.
Yes. Always. Always.
Good.
He always to solve problem in always.
Good. Thank you, Juan. Let's hear from Sang.
Always. Always.
Now, just make sure you're saying always. So give a good break.
Always.
Yeah. Read the
Always.
sentence.
He always try to solve problems in own ways.
Thank you very much. Let's hear from David.
Always and always. He always tries to solve problem in all ways.
Yeah, very good. Let's move along and discuss our assessment from today. Everyone is speaking very clearly. I just to note some of the corrections that I've made in today's class. Sang, we worked on the word memorize. And in terms of grammar, this was a mistake made at different times in today's lesson. Just making sure, first of all, for you, Sang, if we're talking about speaker, we need to always have an article there. So a noun needs an article. And when we're using ing verbs, we need to conjugate with the verb to be. So in this example, before I presenting comes before I am. For you, Juan, have the word impressive to close that word, and the pronunciation of calm, which is an ah sound. In terms of grammar, he make the slide, talking past tense. Just remember, he made the school. David, you worked on the word microphone, the microphone. I guess it's maybe more common for people to say micro, but for me, it's always microphone. You were saying it like me, whereas I say it like my, micro. The word gathered. Yes. Oh, right off the bat, yeah, when we talk about where we're living, we always say, I'm living in Hanoi. I'm living in Spain. And again, if we're going to use an ing verb, either write I am speaking, but you meant to say I should speak. And finally, to here for Dian, grammar, I think it matches with. Just make sure you're saying matches. And the S sound on ways, always, or always. We worked for some time on had an accident. So we don't ever say have. We're always going to say had an accident or was in an accident in the past. I have never speaking or in front of people. You need to say, I never spoke. Again, it's past tense. But aside from that, everyone is doing very, very well. So thank you for today's lesson. I will quickly wrap up and say, in today's lesson, we've looked at words and ideas related to presentation skills using the structure must, as in I must become better at giving presentations. And we've had 2 successful discussions. So at this point, I will say, please consider the recommended lessons associated with today's class, do your homework, and I will ask, does anyone have any questions? Please raise your hand. You do. And seeing no hands, I will say thank you for today's class. Everyone is sounding very, very good, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. Goodbye.